doesn't have any table at all. That's why we didn't see anything here. So let me try to connect with data science again from here. I'll create a new connection. Localhost username is this, password is this, and database is the same thing. I'll click on connect. Alright, still not connecting. I guess the versioning of the MySQL WAMP and this is having issue, right? Um, Let me close this guy. Let me see if there's an option that I can choose from here. Okay. I'll relaunch the Toad because I really want us to use Toad. It will make our work easier and faster. Toad for MySQL 7.5. Okay, let us see the server, the MySQL version we are using. This is MySQL 8.0. Wow. All right. Okay, this is MySQL 8.0. What I'm going to do is come here and do Toad for MySQL. Right. I'll click on this guy 0. See if I can get another version. This version is 7.3 and I need 8.0. I need 8.0. Okay, so 8.0 is what we need, and so it is version issue. It is version issue 0, right? So I'm going to click on. Okay, let me check again the version we are using 8.0, right? So let's do this. We can see that. So this is it. Okay, this is it. Okay, so I'll try to download it right now. So the one we are to use. So that means anytime you want to download the tool, ensure that you know the version, because that's why I told you to install WAMP server first. WAMP server first. So I'm going to click on free download, right? This is it. It's even more lighter. And if you are using 32 bits, you can. So I'll show you something so that we can use it to set up our database for clarity. So what do I mean by database? Let's assume that uh, there's a social network called High Five. Okay, there's a social network called High Five. So if I go to i5.com, if I go to i5.com or any other website, any other social network, any other website whereby you are to supply information, right? The very first thing they will ask you to do is to sign up. Have you ever wondered that when you supply all of these guys, all of this guy, birthday, day, month, year, gender, male, female, is going to save into a place, into a location called database. So you must have designed something that can accommodate all of this. That is why we have database. So how do we now set up a database for something like this? So that I can now come to my data, to my local host, um inside data science. So what I want to do now is create a table that can save user, let me call it new user, okay, or I can call it sign up users, new user or sign up user. So what we need here is name, email, password, city, day, month, year, gender, female, male, right? That's what we need. So that is name, email, password, city. So I'm going to localhost. Now if I count, how many do I have? One, two, three, four, right? Five, six, seven. This one is either, then eight. So that is one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay. So I will now come back to my localhost. It's saying how many columns do I need? I need eight. So I'm going to say eight. So I'm going to say eight, right? But now, in addition, I want a column to be counting number of users that I want. So that means in addition, I'm going to add one. Meaning anytime you are creating database and you know that you need a counter like one, two, three, four, five. What do I mean by that counter? Let me come to this newsletter now. Newsletter now. And if I go to structure, you will see that I have serial number. Look at that, serial number. Serial number. Serial number means a column that will be counting how many users have signed up. Okay. So let me go back to my data science now. I need eight, but in addition with the counter, nine. Then I'll call the name, I'll call it users. Then I will hit create. Now you see what we have. You see what we have. I'm expecting the told latest .NET framework is required by this application. I want to download page. Okay. All right. No problem. Installation closing, and I have to install a .NET. Okay. So now, very first one is I will call it ID. I can call it SN, that's serial number. I can call it identity. I can call it anything. Okay. I can call it anything. I can call it anything. So, but ensure that the name you are giving to this column point at, reflect the purpose, ID, identity, essence, serial number. Let the name match so that anytime you might want to work on it later in the future, you won't be asking yourself, what's the meaning of this title and all of that. So first thing is name, followed by email, password, city, followed by password, followed by city, then followed by month. Is that it? Is it month? Is day, month, year? Followed by day, followed by month, followed by year. Look at that. So if I come to this guy now, if I look at the date, you see his number. If I come to month, you see that it's label January, February, March to December. If I come to here, you see that is number 2000, 2001. So I'll go back to my design. Then this one is gender. Now, identity is an integer because it's a number, right? Length of value, you can leave it as default, right? So here, a high means auto increment. Is that the identity should be increasing by itself. We don't need to put 1, 2, because if you look at this guy now, there is nothing like serial number here. There's nothing like your number Kiniko is not there. So that will be increasing by itself. That is why I have put auto increment. And it is primary key. Why do I put primary key? The reason I put primary key is because no two person can have the same number. The moment number one is taken. Do you get? The moment number one is taken is what is taken. No other person can have number two, number three. Once there's number three, there's number three. No other person can have it. Okay. So I think that is what we need here. Then under name, name is text because we'll be writing Ademola, Adekunle, Samuel, Emmanuel, and all of that. So name is text. Okay. Then we can have the same, we can have different persons that will be bearing the same name all through. Facebook, for instance, you can search for Samuel Emmanuel and you have a lot of people that bears that as it is. Then this one is also text. Now, we don't want to accommodate two emails for different accounts. We come to this guy and we say unique, right? It's unique. Can give it a name, index name, and you click on go, right? So email is unique. Then password is also text. You can write anything for their password. City is also text. Day is number. Month, you can decide to use number for month. What do I mean? You can decide to say January is 1, February is 2, and so on. You can decide to do that, and that's better anyways. So year is also integer. Then gender is text because it's going to be either male or female. Once we are done, don't forget to give your table a name, and then once you are done, you click on save. Now, it's saying column email used in key specification without a key length. So therefore, we'll go to the email and then we are going to give it a length. So to say to be on saver side, let's give it 200 and hit save again without a key length. Okay, unique. Still a length for the key here. Let me put it none and unique again. Email and size. Let's give it 200 and click on go. And then let's hit save now. So now we have, if you look at this guy very well, you see that we have two keys. Look at it, two keys. This has primary key and this has unique key, is an index. Okay, it means by the time we supply data into it, once an email is used, it's unique. No other person can use that same email again. That is why when you are filling in, they will tell you that email is already used by someone, by a user and all of that. So that's what we have here. This is how to create table. You have to have designed that these are the just like I5, this is the information they want to collect, and according to this information you create your table. The assignment I'm going to give us is that we should also do the same thing, screenshot your system and send to the group. Thank you for joining.